Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Donna Thiesel, and I'm your host of Donna's Edge Talk Show, where truth matters. Thank you so much for watching every day, Monday through Friday, beginning at 1 p.m. Central, as I get to ride home with you in the afternoon. It's always a fun time. So continue sending emails, and I've got several responses about kids. Okay, what can I do with kids? With school's going to be starting up pretty soon, and letting out pretty soon. So what am I going to do with them? You know, you got your grandkids, they're going to stay with you. You run out of ideas. There's enough television. Okay. Don't watch television. Be creative. Do all kinds of great things. Send emails to Donna at donnasedge.com. That's Donna at donnasedge.com. You know, something you can find us on television. We are syndicated on Abundance Television, found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. And don't forget the podcast on thenewscasters.com, all the social media sites. You can still find us on facebook.com/DFees. And every social media site there is X, the whole works. Let's go ahead and get started. So I found this real good article. It's the craftathomefamily.com, thecraftathomefamily.com. Boy, do I love crafts. All kinds of great things. I wish I'd had these when Brad was smaller. It would have been so much fun. So these are 2-ingredient sensory recipes. And this one is called cloud dough. Never heard of cloud dough. I don't know what that means. So let's find out what it is. It's a fantastic alternative to Play-Doh. You can throw it together in just a few minutes. It's no cook, and it's gluten-free, which makes it safe for kids if they were to eat it. And it's very soft on sensitive skins. Now, to use it, what you're going to need is 1/3 cup of baby lotion and 2/3 cup of cornstarch. You'll simply stir the ingredients together with a spoon, then finish off the dough by kneading it with your hands until it's smooth. Okay, so it's going to be really, really sticky to start out with. And just keep kneading it. And it's a great thing to let the kids do. And just teach them, you knead right here, okay, with your hands right here. And so you just get this and press that dough just like that on whatever you're working with. You know, some of those mats that you can get, that way it's less mess and you got the kids playing with it. Now they can do different colors with it as well. Now you can use, now just a few drops, okay. What I found I like better is it's kind of like this pasty-like color that you can use if you would like different colors, you know, blue, green, whatever. And it's you don't use very much of it, which makes it really easy to work with. Now, using natural ingredients like paprika, okay, that's going to give it kind of like this red looking color. So you can come up with natural colors as well if you're afraid the kids are going to eat too much of the, I don't know, the dye. But anyway, that's the one right there. So let's go ahead and start out with this one. Now this one is called and let me show you a picture of it. This is what the cloud dough looks like if you can see it. I don't know if you can see it or not. Let's see. Well, I didn't pull it up enough. Okay, let's see. Let me scoot him back over. There he is. He'll come in just a few seconds. And it's a cloud dough. So that's what it looks like. And it's kind of puffy-like. It would be something that they wanted to make, you know, just like little stars, get cookie cutters and let them, you know, make things like that. So that's going to be good too. Now, let's go ahead and get started back here again. Oh, there's a bigger picture so you can see the different colors. And it's just, let's use your imagination. You can combine colors. Let them combine maybe, and that's another lesson you can teach the kids. If they'll combine, say, a red with a blue, well, that's going to be kind of a purpley color. If you were to yellow with a blue, that would turn green. So you can teach your kids all kinds of great things by doing this. Okay, now the oblique. And let me go ahead and pull this up. The only thing about this particular website is it has lots and lots of pop-up ads that come with it. Now it's a non-Newtonian fluid, which means it kind of behaves like a liquid and a solid. I'm going to learn how to make this one right here because this seems really interesting. So I'll show you what it looks like so you can see the person's hands. I hope you can see that. So it's kind of a liquid and it's kind of a solid. So it's a non-Newtonian liquid, which means it can behave like a liquid and a solid. So apply pressure to it and you'll be able to roll it into a ball, but as soon as you let go, it'll ooze through your fingers. So that just is something else that's kind of fun for the kids. But to make it, you're going to need 1 cup of water and 2 cups of cornstarch. So you'll simply add the cup of cornstarch to the water, stir it with a spoon until it's combined, then stir it with a 2nd cup and you can finish combining the ingredients with your hands as you're needed. Now, this one is taste safe, so it's fine for little boys and little girls who like to put everything in their mouth. So you can be safe that way. Now, some recipes that I've used in the past used flour, like plain flour. And what I like about using cornstarch is it mixes better and it doesn't leave little bubbly looks to it. You know what I mean? Sometimes like when you're cooking, and I use cornstarch when I'm making gravies and when I'm making pie fillings and stuff like that. Cornstarch, to me, it just mixes in with the ingredients better. Okay, this one is called soap foam. Soap foam. I don't know if you can see that or not, so I'll go ahead and put it right there for you. And this looks like that would be a lot of fun. So it's super simple to make, and it's a lot of fun for kids to play with. Even adults like me would probably like it. She said that the author of this article says, my kids ask for this activity all the time. It always keeps them busy for quite a while. So to make it, you'll need 1/2 cup of water and 1 to 2 tablespoons of baby soap, or you can use dish soap for this one. So you'll simply pour the water and the soap into a blender and run it on high for about 1 to 3 minutes until the mixture is nice and it's also foamy. You know, I've kind of done something like this to make liquid soap out of bar soap because I have sensitive skin, so I have to make almost everything I use on myself. So you can get what they call felt soap if you want to, or you can go to the farmer's market and get goat's milk, whatever you want kind of soap. And you'll let it set in water. So like if you have a bar of soap, maybe it's about 3 ounces. You want to mix it with about a 1/2 gallon of water. Let it set overnight. You can put it on the heat on the stove, put it in a big stock pot, and let it set overnight as well. Then you'll also need to blend it really well, because in the past when I've made it, it would be okay for a few days and it would get kind of gumpy-like. And it would get kind of thick in sections. So if you're going ahead and mix it either with your blender or food processor or something like that, you're going to find that it does a whole lot better. So this is kind of like that. Now, yogurt slime. Okay, what kid doesn't like slime? So there you go. That's what the yogurt slime is going to look like. And how do you make it? So it's an edible silly putty. Yeah, be real careful with that, because you make sure they know that what you make is not going to be like what you buy in the store. You know how it can be. When I was a kid, I would have been eating Play-Doh. So this is made from yogurt, and it has a really good texture to it. It says it feels kind of stretchy like a glue-based slime, and it's made with edible ingredients, which makes it safe for toddlers and for preschoolers. Now, to make it, you're going to need 3/4 cup of yogurt and 1 cup of cornstarch. So all you got to do is simply stir the ingredients together with a spoon. And then what you'll do is finish off the slime by kneading it with your hands until it feels really stretchy and smooth. Again, you're getting the kids to learn how the process is using kneading. And then they'll be wanting to make cookies and pies and all kinds of stuff like that. Okay, now here is a foam dough. Now this is the 5th one, foam dough. And they're showing it looks like that. Hope you can see it. And so the foam dough is another good alternative to Play-Doh. Like cloud dough, it is no cook and gluten-free and super quick to make, and it has a fun, airy-like texture. Now, to make it, you're going to need 1.5 cups of your dad's shaving cream and 1/2 cup of cornstarch. So what you'll do is simply place the shaving cream in a large bowl and stir in the cornstarch with a spoon, and then finish off the dough by kneading it with your hands. Again, the same thing, kneading it over and over and over again. How would you like to make fake snow? That would be a whole lot of fun to do, especially when it's super, super hot outside. I'm going to show you how to do it. And this is what the fake snow would kind of look like. See, it looks almost like a snowball. So this is a 2-ingredient recipe. It's super simple to throw together, and it actually feels cold to the touch, kind of like real snow. It's great for days when you can't make it outside, or for families who live in warmer climates that don't get real snow. Wouldn't it be a freaky thing to do with your neighbors? You know, like the South where we live, you can experience like all 4 seasons in one day. So wouldn't it be funny if it's like a hot, sultry day, less than 200 degrees outside, and you make this and make a snowman? The neighbors wouldn't know what to think, would they? Okay, to make this, you're going to need 2 1/4 cups of baking soda. Now keep it in the freezer overnight. Then you're going to need 5 tablespoons of ice water. I can see how that works. Simply pour the cold baking soda into a large container and slowly add the water. You want to mix it with a spoon until the fake snow reaches your preferred consistency. It would be so much fun to make, wouldn't it? Did you know that you can make Play-Doh out of pudding? I wouldn't. I want to eat the pudding, but I'm thinking if you want to, you can do that. So this shows you the picture right here, what it looks like. I hope you can see that. So this is super simple Play-Doh. And it's taste safe, which makes it safe for young kids. It also has the softest consistency. This is one great for days when you're too busy to make regular Play-Doh because it comes together in just a few minutes. And to make this, you're going to need 1 cup of pudding and 3/4 cup of cornstarch. Simply stir in the pudding and then 1/4 cup of cornstarch together and do that with a spoon. Now repeat the previous step with another 1/4 cup of cornstarch and then work in the remaining cornstarch with your hands, kneading the dough. Knead it until it feels smooth. And that's going to be the trick right there because it's going to feel kind of goopy-like and you'll think, oh my goodness, I'm making this and it's not turning out right. But this can actually turn out, okay? Let's go into a quick commercial break because I've got one I want to show you. It's called Moon Sand. Looks like moon sand, whatever moon sand is supposed to look like. We're going to talk about that one when we come back. So you hang around, okay? We'll be right back. Twin City Used Car Sales has been serving drivers in the Northeast Alabama area for years with a quality selection of late model used cars, SUVs, and pickup trucks. On top of our extensive selection and competitive prices, we offer professional auto financing services for used car buyers of all credit levels. Whether you've just begun your search or you're ready to secure your next vehicle, at Twin City Used Car Sales, you will drive away with the vehicle of your dreams. The sales and finance staff at Twin City Used Car Sales looks forward to serving you, and you can apply for financing online before your visit to our used dealership in Gadsden, Alabama. Check us out on the web at twincityusedcars.com or go by our location at 901 First Avenue, Gadsden, Alabama. We sincerely look forward to serving you. At Lamone's Mexican Restaurant, located in Henniger, Alabama, and voted Best Mexican Restaurant of DeKalb County, Alabama 2020, we're here to serve you with authentic Mexican cuisine. Order easily online by going to lamonsmex.com or call 256-657-3999 to place your order. We're open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Friday and Saturday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Whether you're celebrating a cozy date night for two or a celebration for a crowd, at Lamone's you'll love our atmosphere and friendly servers. Thank you for dining with Lamone's Mexican Restaurant.
Are you ready?
We all wonder what tomorrow will bring, but the future lays itself at the feet of the prepared and surrenders to the will of the persistent. It's not easy, but today shapes you so you can shape tomorrow. With Northeast Alabama Community College, when the future asks if you're ready, you can answer
yes.
Begin your future at Northeast Alabama Community College.
Donna's Designs offers a line of handmade memorial, wedding, and keepsake jewelry that launched back in 1970. I'm a self-trained jewelry designer, and I will work closely with you to create unique designs you can love and treasure for years to come. Whether that be flowers that were used in a funeral arrangement or stones you found on the beach at a memorable trip, call me at 256-659-4319, and let's think of the possibilities.
At Liberty Bank, we're all about community, whether it's to help with a charity fundraiser or help families in need. Toys at Christmas or a local football team, we're here for you. You see, we realize the importance of family. Sometimes it's to build a new home or necessary home repairs. We're here for you. If you like the feel of a small town bank with all the conveniences of a big city bank, we're here to serve you. You will find us at any of our convenient locations in DeKalb, Marshall, Etowah, and Blount counties in North Alabama. You can call and speak with any of our friendly staff at 256-659-2175 or check us out on the web at libertybankal.com. And thank you for your support of our community. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Okay, we're back. My name is Donna, and I'm your host of Donna's Edge Talk Show, where truth matters. Thank you so much for watching every day, Monday through Friday, beginning at 2 p.m. That's Eastern time zone, as we get to ride home with you in the afternoon. Now, if you listen to youtube.com, or if you go out there and you want to watch us on facebook.com, you can do that as well, facebook.com/DFeazell. That way you don't have to wait. If you're busy at work and I don't want your boss to get mad at you, okay? So watch it whenever it's convenient for you. Or get the whole office staff to watch. We would love that too. If you want a church group, you'd really love this one right here, especially with Bible school is going to be coming up pretty soon. But this one is called Moon Sand. And how do we make this one? It really has a unique texture, so says the author. And by the way, this is a website, thecraftathomefamily.com, thecraftathomefamily.com. And it's soft and it's crumbly, but it's moldable and it does hold its shape when it's pressed together, and it makes it feel a bit like wet sand, kind of like out on the beach, doesn't it? That's just like getting your toes in the wet sand. Okay, well, I don't know if you'll be able to do that or not, but you'll be able to come up with something kind of like it. So to make it, you'll need 2 cups of flour and 1 cup of oil. Simply pour the oil into the flour and stir them until they're combined. Now, it doesn't say what kind of oil you can use, probably any kind of vegetable oil, olive oil. I don't know if you want to save that for your cooking, but if you have some extra oil left over, Crisco oil or something like that. Now, if your child is young, you want to make this recipe taste safe. So what you can do is make sure to use the heat treat the flour first and use cooking oil like your coconut, olive, or vegetable oil, and they all work rather than baby oil. I'm really glad they went on ahead and mentioned that, because I was trying to figure out what kind of oil would you use. Okay, so coconut, olive, or vegetable oil all work. Just don't use the baby oil for this one. Okay, now let's talk about number 9, and that's dish soap slime. I've seen the kids with the slime before. Boy, don't they have fun? And you know something, as grandparents, I think some of you grandparents have more fun than the kids do. But anyway, this is one that you can do and just have yourself a good old time. Now, this one is really great for days when you're low on supplies. It kind of makes this slime. See how that slimy stuff goes right there? This would be good to do this outside. I don't think it would mess your floors up because it's all natural ingredients, but it says this one's really, really good when you're low on supplies. It comes together in under 2 minutes and has a really fun texture that kids are going to have a blast playing with. So what you're going to need is 1/4 cup of cornstarch. Again, we're using cornstarch. It just blends better. And 2 tablespoons of dish soap. So what you'll do is simply stir the ingredients together with a spoon and add a bit more cornstarch or dish soap as needed until you're totally satisfied with the texture. So the neat thing about this is it's easy and it's fun to make. You're not spending a whole lot of money doing this, and you're making things. Kids love to make things, and you're going to love it too. Now, I don't know what this is. It's called Chia Goop. Chia Goop. If this picture probably makes a lot more sense to you than it does to me, but it's called Chia Goop. And it can be a little messy, but it's so fun for the kids to play with. And because it's made from edible ingredients and free of choking hazards, it's safe for babies and young toddlers. I see. So what you're going to need is 1/4 cup of chia seeds, and not sure where you buy those, and then 1 3/4 cup of water. So what you do is add the water and the chia seeds to a covered bowl or container and let the chia seeds soak up the water for at least 3 hours until they develop a thick, slimy texture. Yeah, I can see that working. I can also see if you've been stressed for the day, make some for your own self and just put your hands in it. It's got to be therapy of some sort. I would think this probably works. Okay, now we have something else, and this is called film slime. Slime. Let's get a lot of slime in here. I guess it makes you feel good just to play with it. This recipe, says the author, holds a special place in my heart because it was the first type of taste-safe slime I ever made with my kids. You'll probably want to click to an article. Again, this is found on the craftathomefamily.com to get the full instructions. Costs a little bit of a trick to making it. But don't worry, it's not that complicated. So what you're going to need is the husk powder, 2 teaspoons of the husk powder, and 2 cups of water. So what you'll do is you'll put the husk powder into the water and turn on the element on your stove on medium heat. Heat the mixture, stir it constantly until it's about to boil over. Then you'll immediately take it off of the element. Repeat this process several times until the slime stops sticking to the surface of the pan. And then you're going to let it cool before you play with it. And this is what it looks like. It's kind of shiny looking. It looks like that would be a lot of fun to play with. Actually, what this looks like, it reminds me of strawberries when you've thawed them out in a bag, those like freezer bags. That's what it kind of looks like. But it's not that at all. I think that would be a lot of fun to play with. And again, you can make it any color that you would like, whatever the kids like. Let them pick the color. Let them be part of the process. Okay, this is called chickpea foam. Chickpea, look at that little fat hand right there. It's cute, isn't it? Okay, chickpea foam. Now, finally, this taste-safe sensory foam is a great alternative to soap foam for the little ones who like to put everything in their mouths, which I remember those days. And because it's free of choking hazards, it's also safe for babies and for young toddlers. Now, to make it, you're going to need the liquid from a can of chickpeas, just the liquid. And this is called the Aquafaba. Okay, and then you'll need a few pinches of cream of tartar. Simply add both ingredients to a large bowl and beat them with an electric mixer. You need to be the one to do that until the stiff peaks actually start forming. I think this is pretty neat right here. We're learning all these really, really great things. Okay, I've got another article right here. This is 60 taste-safe sensory bin fillers for babies and toddlers. I think I have time to get to a few of these. Okay, so if you have kids, I mean, I'm an adult and I still like to put stuff in my mouth. So if you have a young child at home who still likes to put everything in their mouth, these are 60 taste-safe sensory bin fillers, ideal for kids. Now, the edible sensory play ideas are perfect for toddlers and babies who want to safely explore a variety of different textures and flavors. Plus, you're getting good stuff into their little tummies, if you know what I mean. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the article. Okay, and I'm going to go down right here. Okay, so worried about your child will try to eat the contents of their sensory bin. Okay, try filling up some of these items instead. Okay, so water, this is the ultimate sensory bin filler that works for all ages. So you feel free to throw in some fruit, some herbs, pasta, or anything else you think your child would enjoy. How about ice cubes? Kids like to play with ice cubes for some reason. Now you can get these little tiny, tiny, tiny ice cubes, and that might be best for them. That would be good. And if they were to stick them up their nose or something like that, kids do that. They'll stick stuff up their nose for some reason. If they do that, it'll melt. So you don't have to worry so much about it. Okay, how about clean, freshly fallen snow? Like if you live in a northern climate, peas, fresh or frozen. You know, people keep peas in their freezer. So in case they get a sprain or something like that, they'll put that over it. Or if you get bit by something or, you start swelling up. Yeah, peas are really good for that. Okay, corn kernels is alternative to peas. fresh or frozen. It's just something they can touch and something they can feel. Popcorn. Now, the author of this article says, I don't recommend giving this to babies as it could be a choking hazard. And I get that too. And again, the website is the craftathomefamily.com. Okay, how about citrus slices? Oh, that's always something really good. You could do oranges, lemons, or lime. It's funny to do the lime or the lemon and watch them make a little face like, kind of like that. That's fun to watch. Okay, fresh cranberries. You may want to skip this one for really young kids as they are small and they are round. Fresh berries, always, like your blueberries and your raspberries and anything like that. It's going to be really good too. How about this? So we mentioned the fresh berries. How about fresh herbs? That's always going to be good for you. And for the kids, basil, rosemary, mint, or parsley. How about frozen or partially thawed fruit? That would be a good idea too. Melon balls, big or small, it doesn't matter. But you can get these little, like the ice cream scoop, you can get the smaller scoops too. And let them scoop it out. I think that would be fun for them. How about apple peels or any other kitchen scraps you end up while cooking, like your carrot or your potato peels or anything like that. Just make sure that they're really, really good and clean. And by the way, the outside of a peel of any kind of a fruit like that is always going to be good for you as well. How about applesauce? Yeah, applesauce is good. Let them play with that. How about around, your kids, they're wanting something weird, how about you call it pumpkin guts? Yeah, and they can kind of play with that. So you open up the pumpkin, you want to cut it open, and just let them put their hands in the seeds and all that kind of stuff. Kids just love weird stuff like that. I do too. Spaghetti squash, that's another good one. How about fruit puree? Okay, now you can make your own. Yeah, you can absolutely do that. Any kind of fruit, and you want to put it into the blender. And this is easy. You'll need a food dehydrator for it. So what you'll do is puree it, hopefully with a food processor, something like that. You'll lay it out on some little silicone mats. Put that into your food dehydrator, and your kids will go crazy eating that stuff. Any kind of fruit, you don't have to worry about it getting old, and it's something good that they can chew on, and it's good for them. Okay, how about vegetable puree? You can do that as well. Shredded cucumber or zucchini, yogurt, add a little cornstarch to make that yogurt silly putty that we talked about earlier. Sweetened condensed milk, whipped cream, Cool Whip cream of wheat, baby cereal, oatmeal, dry oats plain or the rainbow colored. And let's do just a couple more. Cooked rice noodles. Kids love to put their hands in stuff like that. It doesn't cost a whole lot either. And just cook them. Make sure they're completely cooled off. Let them play with the noodles. You ever been to a scary spook house that did that? Like they turn all the lights out and just have candles and stuff up, and they say, this is the guts of so-and-so, so-and-so, and you would touch it. Ugh, creepy. Okay, cooked rice, cooked or canned lentils and beans. Make sure, also note that the uncooked lentils and beans are not safe to eat, but the canned ones are safe since they are pre-cooked. Okay, cooked or canned chickpeas. And cornmeal is also something good for them to put their hands in. Cereal, play around with different textures, like Cheerios, your Rice Krispies, and your Corn Flakes, and Cocoa Puffs are the shredded wheat. And also graham crackers. Crush them up to make a safe, like a play sand. That's something good to do. Oreo cookie crumbs and crackers. Thank you so much for watching Donna's Edge Talk Show, where truth matters. I hope we're giving you some advice for those kids and those grandkids. They're going to be driving you crazy pretty soon, and they'll be needing some things to do. This is something easy. It's very inexpensive, something you can do, and you can have as much fun as the kids do. Again, thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.